drama has begun.
Another day the office comes by and never has there been a more controversial 9 to 5.
Folks, we welcome you to another episode of
Reality TV! You know what I smell? The aroma of blooming flowers. This is your host with antioxidant properties, Jasmine T.
And this is your fresh and never stress, INT.
Let's take a look inside the office.
Pepper and I were called on the HR today. I think I know why we're here.
Good morning, Miss Peppermint and Miss Safran. I am Miss Cam O'Mile, the Chief Human Resource Officer. Thank you for gracing us with your presence today.
Me? Being called to the HR? There must be something wrong in here.
You know how it goes. I'll be asking several questions to check on you and to review the complaint I received from the office. Now, how important is communication to you considering your work?
Well, that is a very good question, ma'am. And I think it's very important, I actually consider myself as a good communicator because when there is an issue inside the office, I've always talk it to my boss so that it can be addressed and it can be resolved as much as possible. Yeah.
Alright. Our office highly values respect and equity in the workplace, especially that we come from different upbringings and cultures. That in mind, are you familiar with the term intercultural communication?
From how I understand it, it is about the communication between varying cultures. Am I right, ma'am?
Exactly. That leads me to the agenda. I want to talk to you about Miss Safra. It seems that there is a strain on your work dynamics recently. Can you tell me more about it?
When she asked me that question, I was like, oh my god! I can't lie in front of her. I don't want to lose my job. And, I'm a very honest woman. So, I had to spill the tea. Oh, well, actually, I'm trying to be honest in front of you, dear ma'am. And I think that Saffron is being too feminine while she's working as the head of this one project. Letting her emotions decide whatever would happen to the project. I think it's quite concerning, right? That's why I double-checked with the male members of the team since they were more rational and a little bit more grounded from what I know.
Welcome, Miss Safran. I would like to ask a few questions first before proceeding to the main agenda.
Honestly, part of me knew the reason why my presence was requested in the HR office. I may or may have not filed a complaint directed to Miss Mid.
As someone from the marketing department, I believe that communicating is supposedly one of your fortes.
Yes, I love to think of it as the foundation of our department.
Now, according to studies, there's a demographic that thinks that males have a direct communication style, whereas females are more indirect and somewhat emotional. I would like to know, what is your take on that?
I think that a certain part of our society today is still rooted or hinged to patriarchal beliefs. With that in mind, I also think that it takes time and effort to persuade them in opening their minds to progressive ideas. In doing that, however, the approach should not be imposing or in a rude manner, for that might only lead to them further becoming intolerant or unaccepting.
Alright, now I would like to talk to you about the complaint you filed. Could you please elaborate further on Ms. Min's actions which you find concerning?
Miss Min is a great co-worker. However, there were times that I felt like she crossed the line. Like when we were deciding on something related to our project, wherein I was the head. She commented, "I hope this decision was greatly considered and not just out of your emotions," while looking directly at me. Aside from that, although I understand the thought of consulting the members of my team, most of the time she's consulting only with the male members of the team, without following through the concerns with me. I find those situations very concerning, especially that in this office, we highly value respect as well as equality among genders.
Thank you for that, Miss Afran. I have no further questions. I will be contacting you and Miss Min regarding your decision in this matter in a week's time.
Thank God that was over. I know that I'm not in trouble, but there's just something about the atmosphere in that office that intimidates me.
Good morning, and thank you for gracing us with your presence once again, Miss Peppermint and Miss Afran. The Human Resource Management has already arrived at the decision with regards to the complaint raised involving the two of you. Since this is the first record, a warning is given to Miss Peppermint. And as a way to prevent this from happening again, the Human Resource Management will conduct a meeting together with the representatives of each department to discuss and improve the office's policies and regulations in terms of respect and gender sensitivity.
I am so relieved. I never thought they would take gender sensitivity issue in the workplace seriously.
The horror room, the Human Resource Management has decided upon the issue.
Pepper was on thin ice, but they decided on a warning.
I am pleased to announce that the Human Resource Management has just finished the meeting with the representatives, and we are going to start with the drafting of the amended policies right away. As the Chief Human Resource Officer, aside from upholding the values of the company, I also want to ensure that the voices of the employees are also heard.
I am so glad there was a follow-through and actions were made. Despite their personal differences in terms of our upbringing and stories, I'm assured that we can still find common ground which ensure a better path for all of us.
Considering that each one of us is unique, it is natural to have differences in beliefs and mindsets. But however, from this experience, I further realized the meaning and the importance of intercultural communication to treat other people with utmost respect despite differences, and to find a way for everyone to be heard without having to sacrifice their own uniqueness. And I admit that I was the wrong one in here, and I'm sorry for Safran, and I'm willing to do better and be better for other people, also for my workmates and for my company, and also for me as a person who is in this job. Yeah.
What a humble end to our episode. Who would have thought that the peppermint and the saffron would make amends eventually?
Communication is truly complex, but through the right words, it can bring us closer as people. Tea was spilled, but funneled back into the pot.
Yes, this has been a thrilling and informative episode, and I am glad that we're able to find a way to resolve the problem. The tea was indeed scorching hot, but the words exchanged warmed it up. And there goes another episode from Reality